everybody. Knowing a couple of really nice intros, turnarounds, endings to songs can add so much dimension to your music making. It can make a simple strum arrangement into something so much more filled, something so much more polished. In this video lesson, I want to teach you two very common, very cool blues turnarounds. They're going to be very easy to play. I'm going to take you through them step by step, and we'll even be able to come in real close to my hand so I can show you exactly what I'm doing. There will be tablature right here on the screen. So I hope that you'll get your ukulele, lean in, shut out distractions just for the next 20-25 minutes. I can't wait to share some music with you. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. We're going to get right into the lesson. Well, that was the chat music. I can see that there's some sweeties in the house. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate those who come every week so very much. If you're new to this channel, this is Ukulele Zen. I've been posting videos to this channel for a long time, and I like to offer live lessons as well. Please subscribe to this channel, share this video with your friends. Let's get right into some intros, some turnarounds. I'm confused because intros, outros, and turnarounds is actually the name of a workshop I'm leading next Sunday. So I won't be here next Sunday. I want to let you know that. This is going to be a fantastic event. There is a full booklet that you'll receive with your registration. There are links down below if you'd like to join. I'm going to teach you a whole bunch of killer intros, outros, turnarounds, using chords, using single notes. We're going to learn all kinds of cool things about how to practice. It's going to be a hoot. And as usual, my live events, you can watch them anytime as a replay. There's going to be a concert program. I'm going to play for you a short concert. There's also going to be some bonus content. So you can tell I'm pretty pumped, I'm pretty psyched to share all this info with you. Check the links down below if you'd like to register. There are still some seats left. Now, the licks. Let's teach the licks, and then I'm going to, at the very end of this lesson, show you how to make a humidifier out of a soap dish. This is very important this time of year, this dry weather. If you're in a place where it turns into autumn, you need a humidifier to keep your instrument healthy. So let's do this lesson together, and then I'm going to share with you a really simple and inexpensive way to take care of your instrument. All right, let's jump into it. If you're playing a blues in the key of C, your three chords that you play are C, F, and G. There are many ways to play the blues. Sometimes you play a C7, an F7, and then a G7. But just keeping it nice and simple, let's strum our way through a 12-bar blues progression. If you're brand new to ukulele or not sure what that is, no sweat. Place your fingers on the strings and just scratch a rhythm along with us. Try to grab onto the chords as we can. When we get to the end, I'm going to play the turnaround. We're going to do this slowly at first, then I'm going to show you some other faster ways you can play it. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks so much for being here. Let's get into it. You ready to strum the blues? Start on your C chord. A one, two. A 1, 2, 3, 4. C. C. Here comes F. C. Just a laid back blues. G7. F7. And turnaround. C again. Well, I woke up this morning, rainbow filled the sky. Here comes the G7. That was the Lord telling me that everything gonna be alright. So that was the turnaround shown on a low G. On a high G sounds a little different. And you can do so much with the picking. get right into this right now. Appreciate you being here. Let me demonstrate this with a close-up. And let's take a look at the tablature so we can learn this note by note. If you're a patron of Ukulele Zen, thank you so much. These graphics are available for you at the post that has the link to this video. This starts out with a downbeat accent. Quick tip for those reading tablature. You see that arrow? It looks like it's moving up. It's because it's moving through the strings this way. All right, so it's actually a down strum. Even though it looks like an upward facing arrow, it's really a down strum. Okay, so start with a strong down strum. That's also an accent mark right there. So you strum it with some authority, like this. 1. Okay, your next section, your finger stays on the 3rd fret. You're going to place your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string and pinch them twice. Pinching is it's just a folk term for playing 2 strings at the same time. Okay, so pinching means plucking 2 strings. We're plucking the 4th string and the 3rd string at the same time. Yep. So strum the C and then pinch those outer strings. Okay, so we strum and then pinch. Oops. Strum, then pinch. Nice. Now what's going to happen is that there's going to be a descending melody on the 4th string. So your middle finger is going to move down 1 fret. And then your first finger is going to come in at the 1st fret. And then you're going to go down to the open string. When you play this over the upper note, you get this nice harmony. And thanks so much for saying hi in the chat. Appreciate that. All right, let's put this all together. Hold down your C chord. Make sure it's very light under the fingers. Middle finger comes to the 3rd fret of the 4th string. We're going to be picking only the outside strings. So pick these 2 together and pick them twice. Next, you're going to slide that middle finger down to the 2nd fret. This finger stays where it is at the 3rd fret. Pinch twice. Nice. Now, down here to the 1st fret. And then open. And the next bar, a lot of things you can do. I wrote out a very simple variation where you're just moving down to the G7 chord and you're playing a syncopated 2 and. Okay, so it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, that last bar, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. All right, when we put this all together, we get a nice riff. This is something that you hear in a lot of old school blues. We're going to play it a little faster, and we're going to play a special picking pattern with it too to make it into triplets. First, let's just play what's written. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then you would go back to C. It's not notated down here at the where is it? Right up there. But you would move on to C major, of course. Ready to try this again? Let's do it 2 more times to simulate practice. Okay, practicing is guiding yourself calmly with some space to make the most of our practice time. Always put some space in your practice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. 2 and 3 and 4. That's just what I wrote. When you play it, and we're going to go through this again, but let me just demonstrate a couple things you can do when you get to the end. Okay, 2 things I added there. I added a triplet rhythm with my picking hand. And then I started, instead of going straight to the G7 chord, I started on an A flat 7 chord. And I added a little triplet strum. So let's spice it up right now with these additions. let's first play it as written. Are you enjoying yourself so far? If you're getting some value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a ukulele playing friend, and check the links down below for my webinar that's coming up, where you're going to learn tons of things like this in a lot of different keys, practice tips too. Check out the links down below. Let's play it one more time, then I'm going to show you the fancy stuff I added. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, just nice and straightforward. So when you get to the end of a blues, you know, the end of a blues song, I don't know. Guess I'll go back home. So now you have a nice old school Delta blues kind of progression to end your blues with. Thanks, I'm getting some thumbs up. Appreciate it so much. I want to get right into these variations. So take a look at my picking hand. I'm going to be picking the outer strings, but we're going to play a pattern where we're going to go 4th string, 1st string, 4th string. This is, of course, done with greater ease if you don't have a second ukulele around your neck. But if you're holding 2 ukes at once, this is how you would do it. You do the same if you're holding just one. You play. Okay, so thumb, middle, thumb. That's what I'm using to pluck the 4th string, then the 1st string, then the 4th string again. It's not notated here, but once you get the hang of this pattern, it's going to be really easy to put this in. So here's what it sounds like with the triplet. I strum the first chord just like before. 1. Now my finger lands and I'm going to play. Then down. Then down. And the last one, you could pinch those open string and 3rd fret. Or you could strum. You do anything you like. Here it is again. 2, 3, 4, strum. Just nice and slow, nice and easy. If you're a whiz at strings and this is too slow for you, I apologize. Please don't click away. This is an opportunity for you to go deeper. Relax your hand even more. Listen even more. Maybe you try to play it in a different position. There's always something more you can do while those who are new are learning. If you are more experienced, let's lift everybody up. That's always been my vibe when I teach, to try to have everybody learn together. If you are brand new at this, it's a good idea to cultivate a practice that's relaxed. And that means instead of doing this, just again and again and again, not really getting anywhere, what you do is instead shoot a bullseye. Play it just once with a relaxed feeling. Ready? 2, 3, 4, strum. Did you feel good about that? Of course it's slow. We're just learning it. We're just crawling. Let's pick it up now. You may like to do it at that pace a few times. Watch this video a few times. Let's pick it up just a little faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. Pretty peppy. Yeah? Let's do it even faster. 2, 3, 4. So you can get more speed in time. Just practice this thumb, middle, thumb, 4th string, 1st string, 4th. 1, 2, 3, triple. All right. The tricky thing is that the thumb picks twice in a row. All right. My friends, appreciate you joining in. Let's do this one more time, and then we're going to learn the second turnaround. Are you having fun? I appreciate you joining in. Let's do it. 1. We'll do it twice. First as written, then I'll do it with the triplets. You can watch this video anytime as a reference so you can practice along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. nice, very nice. You practice that a couple hundred times. It's going to be like so memorized. It's just going to be vocabulary that you can draw upon. You probably won't have to do it hundreds of times either. If we just do it once and really pay attention to it, it's worth 10 of the rushed practices, right? So practice slowly and carefully, and you make progress quicker. Let's add the triplet now. That's going to be the pattern where we go, okay? Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah. So we'll do that a few more times. Notice I just went straight to the G7, but if you like, you can start right here. Okay. Now I know that's not really an A flat 7 chord. It's an approximation. It's good enough for half a beat. You're going to play third string right where it is. Sorry, third finger right where it is at the 3rd fret. And then you just basically are forming your G7 shape 1 fret higher. You can strum all the strings, but if you want to avoid that clashing note, if you want to avoid that clash, just play the top 3 strings and then slide down to G7. Okay? The clash doesn't bother me very much. I'm a big fan of Joe Strummer. I don't mind the clash one bit. Let's play this with turnarounds and just have some fun with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I woke up this morning, rainbow filled the sky. Go to your F chord. Yeah, I woke up this morning, rainbow filled the sky. That was the Lord telling me everything gonna be alright. Turn around. If I feel tomorrow like I feel today, said if I'm feeling tomorrow the way I feel today, here comes the turnaround. I'm gonna pack up my old suitcase, yeah, and make my getaway. That's where the blues solo would come in. How are you feeling out there, folks? A quick example of how you can use that turnaround. It's very slow, of course, very soulful at that pace. You can play it faster, of course. Once you get those 2 patterns, both the pinching and the triplet, the world is your oyster with this turnaround. Hope you're feeling good. I'm going to play a little more, and I think I'll just hold one ukulele at a time. Sure is easier. Thanks for joining me. We got another turnaround coming. This one is going to be in the key of A. All right, and we'll come back to this in just a sec. I just want to say that this is the time of year where things are drying out. If you live in a place where autumn is coming, the moisture of summer is leaving. It's also leaving not just the air, it's leaving the wood in your instrument. So it shrinks. You may notice that frets are starting to stick up a little bit, a little sharper. You may notice it's a little harder to tune your ukulele. It's adjusting to this season. It happens every fall, every spring. Unless you live in, a very moist place like Australia, like some parts of Australia, it's always humid. Unless you live, a place where it's always dry, you're going to come across this. So it's very important to keep your instrument humidified. You'll want to get a humidifier. It's just basically a sponge, fits into a little case like this. You want to wet the sponge and then squeeze it out. Don't have lot of water inside your instrument, and then just leave it in your instrument, right? They make small ones for a ukulele, and just check on the sponge. Maybe once a week you'll want to keep it moist. It makes a big difference in keeping your instrument happy and healthy. And if you have a large case, like I have lots of guitars and stuff, I found a cheap workaround. You just get a plastic soap dish, okay? And I just drilled some holes in the bottom of it, and that's to let the water vapor out, all right? You wet a sponge, put it in there, bada boom, bada bing. There, you just saved $10 on a fancy humidifier. All it is, 50 cents at the drugstore. Get a soap dish, drill some holes in it, get a sponge, and keep it in your case. But make sure you don't have a wet, soppy sponge. You got to wring out the water. Okay? How you feeling? Are your instruments adjusting to the new climates? Well, I hope so. I hope that this live stream finds you doing well. I'm going to teach another turnaround here. And this is a shorter format than my older live streams. We're just getting right into the lesson. We'll end with a little bit of a brief meditation for those of you who would like to stick around for that. But I want to use this time for teaching. Can I just say very quickly that if you're interested in joining me for a special event, next Sunday, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be teaching this at noon, but you don't have to join me live if you're not free. You can watch anytime. Your workshop ticket, there are links down below if you'd like to get one. It's going to include a bonus lesson. It's going to include a concert. You'll have access to the replay for as long as you'd like, so you can study for as many times as you'd like. If you've been to some of my webinars, you know that they're a lot of fun and they're packed with value. So looking forward to sharing with you all kinds of cool stuff next Sunday. Please check the links down below. Again, I won't be here live on YouTube. I'm going to be doing this thing. And patrons will receive a discount. So thanks so much. Check the links down below if you want to join me for that event. And learning some turnarounds is a big deal. Just adding these turnarounds, I'm demonstrating them to you in a 12-bar blues, but you can use these in lots of different songs, lots of different types of songs. Let's learn a second one. This is one in the key of A. Again, we're showing it as the last 2 bars of a blues formula. But what you're going to do is you're going to strum the A chord. Okay, so that's second finger, first finger, open, open. And then I recommend that you use fingers 2 and 3 for this one. And you'll see why later. Slide them up to the 4th fret. And again, we're going to do that little pinch. This time we're plucking the 3rd and the top string. Okay? Okay, so same idea. We go down 1 fret to the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, and then open. And then it ends with an E7 chord. So you can see that the E7 chord uses fingers 1, 2, and 3 with the standard fingering. That's why it's really nice to have that consistency. Of course, you can make this work if you want. You could make these 2 fingers hop up here. Maybe that's easier for you to have that first finger ready for your A chord. These are all just suggestions. You can take them, use what works, discard what doesn't work, right? Let's play through this, and same game. We're going to first pinch them, then we're going to play them as triplets. We'll add a few extra rhythms. Thank you for joining me. Here we go, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2. That's very slow, just a really laid back blues, okay? If we wanted to play it faster, it'd sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Kansas City, get my baby back home. You can see how I used a little bit of that turnaround as a lick, a little vocabulary. So these things that I'm going to be sharing in the workshop and I'm sharing today, that's they're not just one use for each one. You can change them in so many ways. Part of what I'm going to be teaching you are very simple but effective ways of creating your own variations so you can apply these to your own music making, right? I'm trying to give you a fishing pole, not just give you a fish, if you know what I mean. Now, what did I do there? Well, I took the motion of this, and instead of playing what's written, which is cool, I started here, and I walked up from the 2nd fret up to the 4th fret, and then back down, and then I did a little open 3rd string, and then pluck the 1st fret. If you're comfortable with it, you can hammer that on. Very common pattern. All right, so this is a chord enclosure would be the official name for it, I guess. Chord enclosure. You're taking the chord, you're doodling around it, and then you close it up. So you can see how you can use this blues turnaround at the end of a blues, or you can start to decorate your own tunes. Maybe you started to write a song yourself. You know, maybe you're working on a song where there's an A chord in it. You know? You're singing your song. I don't know what your song is about. Well, my little boy won't sleep. He stays up all night long. My little boy won't sleep. Stays up all night long. I don't mind, 'cause I'm his papa. Love to sing him a song. So you can use this vocabulary as it's written and just mix and match it and do your own thing with it. Are you enjoying this so far? If you are, please give this video a thumbs up. You know, subscribe to the channel. Us YouTubers, we're always asking to do that because it really helps us out. And please check the links down below if you want to join me for a special event. The tendency these days, especially with the cell phones and the internet age, is that we'll learn a little something, not even completely, and then move on to the next subject. I encourage you to please go deep into one subject. You don't have to spend all day on this one thing, but if you spend 5 minutes of really focused time on it, you're going to own it in a deeper way. So it becomes a meditation. You start to watch the mind. Oh, I'm getting restless, or maybe I should move on to another thing. And just ask yourself, can I hang with this for just another 3 times? And then if you want to move on, cool, move on. But see what happens when you train yourself to stay with one subject. So if you wanted to do this 3 times, let's do it 3 times and let's practice it. We'll also start to mix a little variations into it. Oh, you're so kind, Divine Mother Wisdom. Thank you for that sweet, sweet comment. Thank you all for joining me. 1, 2, 3 times. 2, 3, 4. And that's the straight blues, right? Is everybody clear? That arrow right there looks like an up arrow. It means you're strumming down through the strings, okay? It's an important thing to get clear on. If you're a ukulele player, very important to get clear on that. In tablature, the down strums look up, the up strums look down, okay? It's backwards. All right, let's own it. Mary wants to own it. Let's do it. A little faster now, and then we'll start to work with some variations. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Clap this on any song with an A chord, and it will add a nice bluesy flavor, but there's a lot of other ways to play it as well. Keeping with the blues, however, let's add that. I add that little triplet pattern. So what am I doing? Same as before. Thumb, or low string, high string, low string makes a triplet. Triplet. Everybody see my finger right there? Triplet. Watch my finger. Triplet, 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 triplet. All right. So look at your instrument, and it will become yours. Here we go. Second time. 3, 4, 1. Great. This time with the chord at the beginning. 3, 4, 1. Yeah. And if you want to add some pizzazz to that E7 chord, you can always, same game as before. Remember we did that for the G7 chord. Just move up 1 fret. Just move it up 1 fret. If you want to play the absolute correct F7, you would finger it like this, which I think is a great thing to do. Sometimes just to add a quick little decoration. Totally fine to have that clash. Add some dissonance. It goes by very quickly. All right. So friends, are you enjoying this so far? If you are, please give this video a thumbs up. We're going to start to land the plane and end this lesson. I appreciate you joining me. I don't have a meditation singing bowl. Let's use our instruments as a meditation singing bowl. And I hope that you'll watch this a few times to get these licks, these turnarounds under your fingers. And last time, I'll just say, please check the links down below if you'd like to join me. Special event, unlimited replay. I'm totally so stoked to share this class with you because I've created a lot of really nice materials for it. And I think you're going to get a lot out of this. I'm going to be teaching you how to make your own variations, how to use this material creatively. So please check the links down below. Make yourself a humidifier today if you want, or buy one online. Totally cool. Planet Waves, Diodario makes one. This is for a guitar. They make them smaller for ukulele. Keep your instrument humidified during the fall season. It will thank you for it big time. Don't want to let your instrument get too dry. Thank you for the kind comments. I appreciate everybody hanging. I appreciate the patrons who support and encourage me. I appreciate everybody watching wherever you are in the world. I hope that this day finds you and your family doing well. Yes, I'm here to teach you how to play music, but I like to teach more than just where to put your fingers. In the journey of learning to practice things like what we just shared, maybe the most important element is how we listen. That's what meditation teaches us. So I'd like to have us join together. Please join me if you'd like in a moment of mindfulness. And I'd like to lead you through a simple but profound exercise with your instrument. You can do this exercise anytime you'd like to come home to the present moment, whether it be because of stress, challenges, or simply to celebrate the present moment in all its glory. So the practice is very simple. Sit forward in your chair, get comfortable, and play one note or one chord. Does not matter which chord, which note you play, but what you're going to want to have is a sustained sound, and listen to it until it goes away. Ready? Here we go. Here's my note. And please, I'd like to invite you to do the same. Listen to your note, listen to your chord until you can't hear it anymore. Ready? Let's do it. Now you might be wondering, what the heck does this have to do with anything? What we're doing is we are slowing down. We are listening deeply to what's actually happening right now. And now let's go deeper. Let's bring some awareness to our body. The bridge between our mind and our body is our breath. So bring some awareness to your breathing as you play one note, strum one chord, and just enjoy how it rings out the sustain of your instrument, however short it may be. Breathe, listen, smile. Together, please. And then take your hand off and let it float to the next note. Almost like you're in outer space. No gravity, just find the next note. And now let's keep going. Keep your attention 100% on your sound, on your body, on your breathing for 5 notes. And the game is to develop that muscle of concentration, to stay present, a relaxed presence. Let's play. 5 sounds. Remember, this is a game, right? So make sure you breathe in and you're smiling. Play it again. And this time, you can take those 5 sounds. You can play this with just 3 sounds and then start to loop them and create a composition, spontaneous composition that's coming from nowhere, just coming from your presence, your meditative awareness. Let's play. Keep going. Repeat your idea. See if you can remember what happened, and if not, just start another one. Paying attention to the body. See how little effort you can make a note with. Light touch. Stay with it. After you loop it a few times, start to play with the rhythm. You can decorate with slides. You can play short notes, long. Suddenly you have a little composite. And it starts to develop into something new. Now go back to the first idea. Keep it simple. Imagine you're coming in for a landing. Stay with it. Nourish your idea with your attention. Come in for a landing. release. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. Thank you so much for joining in with me, and thank you, Vincent, for that super chat support. You are awesome. If you've stayed with this whole lesson, we've been on a bit of a journey. We talked about 2 licks, a little bit about how to make a humidifier. I told you about my workshop. There are links down below. And we did a little bit of meditative improv exercise. Welcome to my room. I'm so glad that you're here. Please join me next Sunday, because I'm going to also be playing a concert, and I'm not going to hold back this time. I'm going to play all my funky instruments and loops and ukulele, of course. I'm going to play some nice solo pieces on ukulele, but I'm looking forward to sharing some more. If we're lucky, maybe a certain 19-month-old toddler will join. He can play a mean shaker and strum too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All that aside, I hope this lesson and this video has served you well. Please watch it again, share it with your friends, and I hope that this day is a good day for you. Remember, your instrument is 4 singing bowls waiting to take you home to the present moment. Just play one note. Stopping, calming, and breathing. And then go back to whatever you were doing. You might find that you'll be able to be a bit more effective after coming home, shucking off some of the activity of the day, and just coming home to the present moment. Thank you so much, everybody. Wishing you all the best, and just saying goodbye to a few folks in the chat. David, thanks for being here again. Creative Me, love your channel name. Thank you. Thank you. Rogerio, one song, please. Woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Here, little darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. Was for you all. No ukulele big cry. That's great. A little off the cuff tune. Someone in the chat was requesting a tune, and so happy to play for you. So, my friends, I am going to bow out right now. Please watch this video a few times so you can get these licks under your fingers today. Hope you've had a lot of fun learning it in the key of A, also the key of C. And please check the links down below if you're interested in my workshop. Most importantly, I hope that you have a wonderful and peaceful day. Thanks again. Looking forward to keeping in touch. Thank you.